What's up, guys? This is Trav, back again with a brand spanking new episode of the TravTalks show. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to be bringing you guys this episode, and I am just so freaking happy, guys. I'm so happy about any support that I may have been given so far about this show. I really appreciate every single one of you. Love every single one of you just dearly, and I just can't express how great this food review community has been to me, how much it really means to me, and how much it means to me that you guys would show support as to anything that I want to do with this channel. Like, there are so many people on my channel that just support me no matter what. It doesn't matter if I upload like a video of like a grasshopper for 2 seconds, which I've never done, but that's a cool idea. It doesn't matter what I do. 2 seconds of a grasshopper footage. Nobody cares as long as I put up content. So I thank you. I really thank you. I want to do more with this channel, and I feel like I am doing it. This thing that you listen to is literally like exactly what I need. It's exactly what I need for content creation and just to be able to like talk to you guys. I'm going solo for today, but Ryan will be back. I promise you Ryan will be back. AKA Worst Reviews. Check out his channel. Guys, if you're listening to this, it is Valentine's Day, the day of love. And I'm not going to talk about like hearts, flowers, candy, and all that stuff, even though you probably wish that I would, right? Well, I want to talk about a subject that I think goes perfectly with Valentine's Day, and not even like a couple hours ago, I came up with the idea of like, this subject that I want to talk about was supposed to not even be like a Valentine's Day special. It was just going to be a episode of the show that I do solo, but I realized, this might go perfectly with Valentine's Day, so much so that, hey, I mean, I'll have something for Valentine's Day. And honestly, as for food reviewing, I don't know if I have anything, so I might as well have something on the channel that's gonna go, and if I do come up with anything, then I guess it's been uploaded, and if it's not, then this is all you're getting. So, today is Valentine's Day. On the day that this will be going up, I'm recording this a few days earlier than that, but I want to be able to have it ready in time. So gotta have it ready by the 14th, ladies and gentlemen. But today is the 14th if you're listening, and I appreciate the heck out of you for listening. Seriously, guys, the feeling cannot be expressed enough of how much you guys mean to me, and I appreciate all the comments and everything on any video that you want to take time to watch, or any episode of this show that you want to listen to. Again, I'll say it one more time, I appreciate the living heck out of you. Guys, let's get into this. This is something that I have been wanting to like, I've kind of had in my head for like a while, of like something I could talk about, and this episode, the title of this episode, you've seen it, The Beauty of a Compliment. And I think that goes perfectly with the V-Day, the good old V-Day, not the movie Valentine's Day, even though, you know what, I didn't mind that one. I really didn't mind that one. Pretty much awful, but I didn't mind it. But today, guys, compliments. What can truly be said? Well, me and my buddy Lucas, not long ago, were talking about Lucas STARR. I'll leave his channel in the description below. He does vlogs. Shout out to my boy Lucas. He is one awesome gentleman. And we were talking about this through voice recordings not long ago. And something that he said, and I brought it up, and I don't remember why I brought it up. I don't remember why, or what started it, but I remember talking to him about getting a compliment, and then he told me about a story about getting a compliment. I guess he went to like Target or something, and somebody at the front desk said something really nice to him, and it just like made him feel so great all day. And we were talking about it and just going deep into like deep conversation about like, guys, you literally, and this is what me and him talked about, like, you literally have no idea how far something nice being said to somebody else can go. You have no idea how far that can go inside of their brain. Like, because we as humans literally have no idea what goes on inside people's heads. That's one of the biggest issues in this world about anxiety and depression and all this stuff is if we could see the depression and the anxiety and the fear and the whatever is going on in their heads, if we could see that above their head, like stats, like a sci-fi movie where like the Terminator or whatever like can read like human stats or how they're feeling or whatever, if we could do that, the world would be different. Now, the world would only be different probably at a certain percentage where like people that are just cruel and have no care about anything probably still wouldn't care. Like, it depends on the person. But the people that are actual people, actual real people and honest, humble, they would care, and I know I would. Like, if I could see it written on their face or above their head or whatever, I would pay so much attention to so many people. And that's one of those, there's so many reasons for me to when I started this show, so many reasons, but one of the definite reasons is like just an opportunity for people to just come to an average guy like me if they wish and speak. Like, you don't have to tell me your problem in the comments, but it's like, if you want to, please feel free. And that's to anybody out there that's listening right now. If like you're just having a bad day, or I also have my email, my Facebook and Twitter. You can private message me on any of those platforms, people. Like, that is literally what I want to do. I know that I was born for it. Is just one of those things. I was probably born for many things, but one of the definite things is to help others if I can, and I really truly believe that with all of my being. But back to the point I was trying to make is, like, me and Lucas were talking about this, and like, it just, you have no idea. And guys, and I'll just be honest with you. I'll be completely blunt and honest with you. I messed up. I messed up pretty bad. Not in like a horrible way. Nobody got hurt, whatever. But I messed up inside my head. In my opinion, I messed up. The other day, and just to be clear right away, I have a lady, and she is wonderful and amazing, and we've been together for 2 years, over 2 years. I can't forget that one, Trav. It's Valentines Day. We've been together for over 2 years, and so I have no reason to flirt with anybody. I have no reason to like hit on anybody, but sometimes, if there's like a woman that's like for instance, what ended up happening is this lady had nice shoes. I am a big fan of Vans. I love Vans. Leave in the comments if you wear Vans. I love the brand Vans, shoe brand. They're like skate shoes. I don't skate, but I love them. I have a nice maroon red pair of Vans. This lady had a nice pair of black Vans. So all I was thinking off the top of my head whenever I walked by her in Walmart was I was going to simply say to this woman, nice Vans, I wish I had a black pair like that. Because her pair were a completely solid black. And she was an employee there. At the other Walmart that I don't work at. We have 2 Walmarts in town, and we just happen to be at the opposite one just to mix it up. Sometimes we go to the other one. And I walked by her, and I'm telling you guys, it's that thing in your head where you know you're meant to say something. Like, and I'm not saying that she was having a bad day, because I have no idea. I don't know this woman. I've never seen her before in my life, as far as I know. I may have seen her somewhere else, but as far as I know, I've never laid eyes on her in my whole life. She's probably younger than me, maybe 18, I don't know. There's no telling. But I was gonna walk by her and it wasn't like a planned thing. I'm not like a creep like that. Like, I just simply was walking, and she happened to be right there, and I looked at her Vans and was like, man, there's a nice pair of Vans, but I didn't say it out loud, and that's where I made the mistake. I know it's not a big deal, and a lot of you would probably be like, oh, but it's okay, like, it's okay that you passed her up. Like, it is, but it's not. Because I know how my brain works. I know when people are like, hey, nice shirt, or nice whatever. Like, I've even been told, like, dude, how do you get your beard like that? Like, I would love to grow a beard like that, because I know guys that can't grow a beard, and when my beard was really, really full, and really, really pretty okay, like, that was the first time, that I had actually felt confident about it, people gave me compliments about it, and you guys, it's like, you have no idea. Like, some of you do. Some of you do know, actually, how far a compliment can go. A compliment can go so deep into that person's soul that it truly matters. A compliment can stop a suicide attempt. And I truly believe that. I know that sounds a little deep and a little too far-fetched, but I truly, 100% with all of my being, believe that just simply, like, smiling at somebody, and I'm not saying it has to be a compliment, I'm saying, like, little things, helping an old lady put her groceries in her trunk. I envy you girls out there, because y'all have y'all have disrespect for each other, but you also have, some of you, like, lowlives, have disrespect for each other, but some of you that really, like, are okay with respecting your fellow lady. I look up to that. Like, I'm not saying I wish I was a woman, because no, I don't know. Like, I'm always been happy that I'm a guy, just because, like, I feel bad for you ladies. You ladies take on so much crap that it's insane. Like, pregnancy and all these things, like, I can't even imagine. But back to my point, a compliment goes such a long way, people. And I don't really know if people, understand that. Like, it's such a, and some people do, like the psychiatrists of the world, the therapists, and people that actually pay attention, like me. And I'm not saying that I'm the better one for that. I will never sit and say, like, I'm the best, or, like, I'm better than somebody else. I just know that I like being humble, and I like being real about things, and the most real I could say about something in this particular episode is, you never know. Like, Lucas, when he got that compliment, he felt amazing the entire day. Amazing. And it probably didn't matter if this was a woman, a guy, a whatever. Oh, well, it may matter if it's a woman. it might matter just a little bit if it's a woman or a guy saying it, because a woman saying it would probably be even better. But yeah, he felt amazing the entire day. I could just imagine Lucas, like, just, like, hopping around, like, freaking, like, yeah, in his brain, like, a mental state where it's just like, that is an amazing compliment. And I won't go into detail just out of respect, which I know he probably wouldn't mind, but definitely check out Lucas, guys. He does some really nice, like, kind of short vlogs. Like, I think he just recently moved, so he's, like, adjusting to his new house and everything. And, like, I really appreciate the heck out of Lucas, because me and him have been becoming, like, best buds, basically just through like, deep conversations. And, like, I really appreciate him for that, because he listens. He's one of those guys where it's like, you could say something and go into, like, a deep whatever, and, like, that's a shirt, a deep whatever. You could go into, like, a deep conversation, he's gonna listen to you, like, because he didn't even have to pay attention to any of my voice messages I was sending him, but he's, like, addressing everything in a reply through a voice message. So hit up Lucas STARR if you haven't, as STARR Vlogs. If you enjoy vlogs, like, kind of like short vlogs, then you will like this guy. He's a really stand-up guy, and there's not a lot of people like Lucas. Like, and what people have said about me in the past is, like, oh, really humble and, like, really nice guy, and there's, like, nothing wrong with him. But Lucas goes even almost beyond that, because he's just, like, he's so real and so nice. So appreciate the heck out of Lucas, and I appreciate Lucas also for just supporting this show, this podcast, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how comfortable I've been with calling it a podcast, but I guess that is literally what it is. Like, it's hard. Like, I've just never wanted to say I have a podcast. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll probably grow out of that and call it a podcast later, but right now it's just kind of like this state of, like, I don't know. It's definitely not a show because I'm not showing you anything. The TravTalks show just sounded catchy, so I named it that. And I've always kind of wanted to have like TravTalks like episodes because it's TT something just like TravTries, so it kind of makes sense. But yes, I am rambling, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that's going to happen more often than I want it. I just get really sidetracked, but I just wanted to make that point today because you could truly make a difference like just talking to people, and like especially if you're like a person that has an issue or you're depressed or whatever, just talk about it. Like, don't a lot more people are going to be more accepting of it than you think. If you're having some kind of depressive whatever like thoughts, then just talk about it. And you can talk to me about it if you wish, but I'm probably the last person you want to with because you probably have like family or a best friend that you would talk to about it before me. But just be aware and just know that you can text me. You can, I'll just call it text, like private message, whatever. You can text me about or email me. I'll leave my email in the description. It's, it's also attached to my PayPal. I'm not going to try to plug my PayPal right now after talking about all that, but support me on PayPal if you but my email is attached to my PayPal, and you can email me anything you want. You can tell me I'm a crappy person, I don't care. So the point of what I'm trying to say is I could have complimented that woman's shoes and it may or may not have made a difference, but just the idea and the chance that it would have is what the difference is, people. I think that if people are more aware of that, then they can truly change things. They could, it's cliche to say, but quote unquote, change the world. Like, yeah, because we can change the world. We gotta, like, in my opinion, like, I don't want to die without making some sort of impact. And no matter what, and I know I already have, but I know that there's more. I know that there's more for me. I know that there's more I gotta do. And so I'm craving it. I'm craving doing this show, as a matter of fact. I know I keep breaking the fourth wall with the show, talking about the show, but I know that I'm meant to do something like this. So this is the best way for me to start it out. And, yeah, guys, go compliment somebody today. Go tell them, even if it's just like somebody that you really care about, go tell them you love them. Make that difference. Make sure that people know that you care, rather that's through a compliment or I love you through a close friend. And I could tell you guys, even though I've said it a billion times, I love you guys so freaking much. And I want y'all to talk to me, hit me up if you need it. I'm pretty much wrapping up the show right here. I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know, if I ever go for like an hour on my own, then I must have a lot to say. But I'm kind of running out of steam here on what to talk about through this subject. But I just wanted to touch on it, even if it was for a little while. And I appreciate you so much for listening. Compliment people, it can go such a long way. Telling somebody something that maybe you're not used to saying, you never know what it can change. We do it all the time, guys. We do it all the time. Passing up those opportunities, having thoughts and not going through with them. What I told even somebody the other day about something is like, if you think too much about what you're wanting to say to somebody, then you might not end up saying it. Just say whatever the heck comes to your head and do it fast, or you may not say it. I've done it so many times in my past, people. I grew up a quiet kid, and I don't really regret it because in a way it taught me to be different and because it may have been worse, where as a kid I may have been the talkative person, and then I became just a sleazeball, like, talks too much kind of person. Ironically, TravTalks show. But I was a quiet kid, and I grew up quiet, and, yeah, and so I learned to be more confident, I learned to put myself out there, and YouTube itself has helped me so much. Over the past almost 7 years of doing YouTube, I have learned how to speak even outside of YouTube. Like, it's really helped. Talking to a camera is therapy, guys. And I know you creators out there, I know that you know what I'm talking about. I know that even though I may not have talked to you about it specifically or personally, you know what I'm talking about. That it helps, even though it's awkward and crap at first. But you have to admit, look at your very first not episode, but video that you did, and then look at you now. Like, you're probably, if you've been doing it for a good while, you're probably better at what, than like how you worded things, and your awkward pauses and your weirdness in that first video is probably different than your less awkward self now, because that's the thing. When you talk for a specific amount of time, you get better at it. And I hope that happens even with this show, where I just get better at speaking, because it's just more practice. Anything that you can do to change is practice. Anything like this podcast, whatever you want to call it, for me, is already, it's letting me let things out that I never get to let out, and I'm already getting practice with talking more and and all that stuff, and like just using my voice, because we all need to do that. You need to grow into your voice. You need to make it deeper. you need to speak, or else it'll never get deep. And mine still hasn't gotten deep. But here's the thing, guys. That's the show. That's what I'm gonna end it on. Go compliment somebody. Go tell them you love them. I'm a broken record at this point, but you guys know what I'm talking about, and you guys know what to do. Go make a difference somewhere with somebody, but don't make a difference in a negative way, or I'll come after you. No, I'm kidding, really. But don't be stupid, all right? Don't go out there and just say something. Don't go out there and just like, hey, you're hot. Like, be respectful, all right? That's to the men especially. Be respectful. Be a man. Stop living in that, like, headspace of, like, oh, like, just girls, and, like, just freaking know that woman that you're trying to whatever is a person, just like you, with emotions, feelings, and thoughts, and whatever. But anyway, thank you guys as always so much for, I almost said watching, but I get used to saying this. Thank you so much for listening, guys. And like, share, and subscribe, and all that beautiful stuff, guys. And you beautiful people will seeing me in the next one. Trav out, and peace out.